Guys, I'm not gonna lie, a lot of people told me, Midbeast, you have a Dopa addiction. I bet you any amount of money you can't go a full month without doing a Dopa review on your YouTube channel. Look at me now. It's been a full month. This is my first Dopa review of the year. And here we are, gonna be breaking down Dopa's Twisted Fate in Season 10. Also guys, love the comments you give me. Some of these ones actually makes me laugh. I'll put up on the screen now. Drop a comment down below if you got something funny to say. Without further ado, let's get into the gameplay. Let's get into the man that we all know and love, Dopa's Twisted Fate. The rune page Dopa goes for most often right now is an electrocute setup. Secondary is the inspiration tree with minion dematerializer and the time warp tonic starting item corrupting potion. The matchup is Twisted Fate into Akali. I definitely think this matchup favors the Twisted Fate. Coming into the next patch as well, when Akali gets giga nerfed, Akali pretty much won't see much play in the mid lane. But right now, especially on the Chinese server who gets the patches a little bit later, Akali is very prominent in high elo play. And let's see how what he does with the wave early on. You can see just last hitting, making sure that Akali can't quite move up. She wants to move up and get that Q on those 3 minions there. Let's see if she drops them all. Does she miss any? Looks like she's going to get all of them. But the wave is going to shove into the Akali here. So Dopa's got to move up a little bit. Take a little bit of risk here, overextending in the lane. And just try and harass the Akali as she tries to clear out the wave a little bit. If this wave does hit the tower, it should bounce back into Dopa. Let's see what he does with the wave. He moves up, looking to harass around with the gold card. You see Dopa do this very often into short range matchups. You hover that gold card, guys, and you move up when the last hits. So imagine a cannon is getting low health. You start cycling around your cards. You start moving up, putting a bit of pressure on. As that cannon is like about 1 or 2 hits away, you lock the gold card and move in. It puts them on the back foot. What do they do there? Do they move up, cop the gold card, cop the trade, or do they give the cannon? You always want to give the opponent a lose-lose scenario in the lane. That's what you should be setting them up to do. And you can see here, Dopa is actually quite overextended here. The Qiyana's hovering. Look at the side of the map he's hovering towards. His jungle. He's moving in with the Qiyana here, okay? Qiyana's hovering, maybe looking for a counter gank. Understands that Dopa is overextended. A gank could happen right now. He sees the at least top side as Akali moves in. Dopa is completely safe in the lane now. Akali does not win this 100-0 because Dopa has the electrocute, has the ignite. And you can see the minion dematerializes on the back lines, guys. This is to get the one-shot Qs off. It's very important to Twisted Fate as he misses that creep. Another minion dematerializer to get in the tower. As Akali moves in, I definitely don't think she wants this trade. And she's using those minion demons as well. As Dopa's moving in with the blue card. A little bit of mana back. And you'll see at level 5, 2 Qs are going to be able to chunk out the backline minion wave here at level 5. And that's going to enable him for a hard shove. So the Qiyana understands that Dopa needs the wave shoved to help with the priority for Scuttle. Qiyana comes through, helps with the shove a little bit. And this is just going to allow Dopa. He gets that shove in now. And now if he needs to move to a skirmish, he can. This is actually very good by the junglers. Some people in lower elos, especially if the jungler comes through and helps to shove a wave out before like a red buff invade or something, they'll get angry. But at the end of the day, or as it at least looks for the gank, Kun misses. Nautilus and Qiyana are both hovering. Doesn't decide to go for it. Qiyana coming in to help shove the wave again. Sharing a little bit of experience here as well. I'm not sure if Dopa's going to be happy about the XP share. Should be able to get solo on that cannon for the XP. She's going to move in. She's going to try and shove this out. He has 1,000 gold. It's very awkward. Your first back on Twisted Fate, it should be a catalyst. If you can't get a catalyst, here it should be a dark seal. Probably the boots as well. But you'll see he's going to stay now. He's almost level 5. Level 5, it's very easy to get hard shoves with Twisted Fate. Not many champions can match the Twisted Fate hard shove at level 5. I mean, there's a couple things like the Echo can do pretty well. Azir does well as well. And you'll see he is now full health, full mana. He has 2 wards available, and he's going to probably drop the one right into this bush. As the Elise has found him. What's his game plan here? Gold card and move? Look at that. He's actually very much in kill range for the Elise there. He could have went 1 for 1. Interesting. Very Dopa-esque. So he'll get the catalyst now. Probably, there we go. And the control ward. He could have went 1 for 1 with the Elise there if he blew Electrocute and Ignite. He opts obviously against it. Wants to keep his summoner spells up. Dopa knows this. I want to see what that minion wave in the mid lane looks like. It looks like it's frozen towards Dopa. So he's going to come into the lane here. And it's going to shove into him. Beautiful. And he's going to hit level 6 probably. Oh, he might have missed a bit of XP. I'm not sure if he hits 6 off this wave. It's going to be close. Usually you do. You can see the Kali 6. Kennen's gonna give extra XP. We'll see.
키아나가 나한테 미안한 감정을 느끼고
So his
있겠지.
game plan here is to stop the Kali base and drag the wave. So he drags the wave for a freeze as the Elise comes again. You have to blow flash, right? Yep. It's the Cocoon. A Kali. Ooh, and he's gonna drop there. There simply was nothing he could do. He shouldn't have extended. He decided to pull the wave and to try and prevent the base by the Akali. And in doing so, he has killed himself. He probably should have put the ward. He had a control ward and a trinket ward. I think he should have dropped those wards before he went for those type of plays. It really does annoy me when people move up into the lane deep when they have wards in their inventory. Place the wards first and then move up deep. It's going to net you so much better results. So Dopa definitely makes a mistake there. And he's going to fall behind on the Akali. And this is not a good look. He picks up that boot purchase, as you can see. And let's see if the Akali can snowball it or see if Dopa can hold the lane. Definitely not what he wanted. As he now reaches level 6. Now, in your mind, what do you guys think he should do here? What lane should he prioritize towards? The Draven Nautilus lane or the Aatrox lane? Which lane? I'll give you a second, I think. It is the Draven Nautilus lane. Could you think of an easier setup? Draven Nautilus into Aphelios. That is just absolutely brain dead. If you, oh no, and the ultimate comes through. Oh, the level 6 ultimate come from the Kiana. Picks up that kill onto Elise. Elise is actually very far behind now. Are they going to commit to this? Nautilus, can you hit a hook? Yes, he can. Gold card comes through. Draven ult comes out. There we go. We got a little bit of gold over on the Draven now. Kali TP's through. Dopa wants to move in and just hustle with a gold card here. Tagged with the ear. Kali doesn't choose to follow with it. And now he's going to head back, grab that blue buff, and then head back to the mid lane. Always know, guys, which lane you should be prioritizing your focus towards. A Renekton lane with an Aatrox, I mean, guys, unless it's free, don't do it full health. But bot lane, if they're full health and your bot's full health, do it. Go for it. It's easy. If you land your hook, if you land your gold card, Nautilus will land his hook and follow it up. 66 farm here at 820. It's actually very good farm. You are on track here for about 8 to 9 CS per minute, which is fine. You don't have to always be aiming for 10 CS per minute, guys. It's pretty unrealistic. But 8 CS per minute is pretty much attainable every game, win or lose, if you're playing the map correctly. So if you're falling in those 6 or 7 CS per minute, you're definitely just giving up free CS somewhere on the map. Unless you're just completely being zoned in a scenario where you have managed to fuck up the waves. Coming through now, 2 Qs you can see very easily. So it's on those backline casters, okay? Now your goal with those minion demons is to one-shot those backline creeps. And that will happen at level 9 with a roll completed. If your tempo is pretty high, he should be able to do it now because he's got good gold. When he hits that level 9, you should see the one-shots on the backlines. And this is just gonna set yourself up for such an easy clear. Obviously, you can just clear the wave in like a 1 rotation. Then you can ult to the side lanes and look to get vision. You don't have to be sitting in the mid lane for very long. It's very good for something like Twisted Fate. Kali's out of vision here. He probably... Okay, she's in the river. Kiana picks up the... Okay, Dragon. Control wards bot side. I think control ward bot side makes a lot of sense. I've talked about it a lot. When you're playing roaming champions, Talia, Twisted Fate, Aurelion, control ward on the side you're looking to move towards most often. So I talked about it earlier, the Draven Nautilus lane, a lot of actions happening bot side. There's a big shutdown onto the Aphelios. This is where you want to be putting your attention towards. So wards on that side where you're meant to be moving into the river towards is always going to make a lot more sense than putting them top side where you're not even supposed to be moving. It's just a no-brainer, right? But a lot of people don't think about these things. It should be something in your brain to look forward to. And you can see here. So finally, the Aatrox looking... Okay, Reggie. The Aatrox looks for the trade onto the Renekton, and this is what I was saying, like, this is bloody hard, right? This is a hard lane to gank. Good combo by Kiana. She should be able to chase this Renekton down. Ops against it. And that's the dangerous thing about Renekton. You're versing Renekton, guys, a Mordekaiser. You have to think twice about ganking those lanes. Always be very cautious. Let's see. Aether Wisp. Beautiful. This Aether Wisp, Dopa likes to go. So 850 gold can get you either an Aether Wisp or a Blasting Wand. The Aether Wisp actually gives you movement speed and a little bit 10 less ability power. You don't need the ability power, but the movement speed on Twisted Fate to chase people down with your gold cards or simply dodges skill shots is so much more valuable. So that's why Dopa will always go for Aether Wisp over the blasting one. Move in here, shove the wave, shove the wave, shove the wave. Good mana control by Dopa. You never very often see him low mana. As he moves in here, Akali looking...
상대 바텀도 오는 각인데.
Man, I don't know if this is going to be a positive fight. It's a great ult by Qiyana. She picks up the Rift Herald. And Dopa looking to harass out this Akali. You can see. He's playing so confident. Nautilus should be able to get the roam off. Q's come out. Picks up Akali. And that is an absolutely wonderful result for the red side team that Dopa's on. Gonna shove this wave in now. Get the Herald. Get a couple of platings. Looks like bot lane tower's gonna drop though. Enemy Aphelios, man. It's gonna be interesting to see if that champion can carry this game. Thank you very much for the gold. Boot purchase, I expect to be a Mercs. It makes a lot of sense into Elise. Kali not really, but they have a Thresh as well. The Mercs obviously is going to help you prevent you from dying here. And he's going to get dropped to the Elise. Not having a very good time. Does pick up those Mercs. Gets the Dark Seal. And probably will get a control ward when that 75 gold comes up. Damn, I'm in this guy's mind or what? How many games have I watched? Picks up that purchase. Side lanes are still up, guys, so he's gonna keep going down mid. When one of the side lanes opens up, he'll probably try and drop into that side lane, try and shove it in, try and get a little bit of solo XP and a solo farm, and then cut across with the ultimate. So right now, he is already trying to drop into that side lane because Akali's pushed up there. He can easily match this Akali, by the way. Akali really isn't that much of a threat at this current moment. I don't think she has the Gunblade. I'll have a look next time. No, she hasn't. When she gets that Gunblade, I'd be a little bit worried. But until then, I don't think you need to be worried at all. You can pop your ultimate. You can pop a gold card ultimate away. Should be no stress. Unless it's a 2v1. He's gonna shove this side lane wave in, move in. Get some vision on the blue buff, I assume. Gonna solo it away. So now is the macro moment where a lot of teams fall apart. They don't know what to do. Your bot lane's the bot lane's headed mid. You're in a side lane against a really good skirmishing champion. Qiyana is very, very good in this game. She has very good awareness. She needs to assist Dopa. They need to play the 2v2. If Dopa is here alone, it is very risky for him without vision. Qiyana comes through, helps the vision, hovers towards him. Now, if that wasn't the case, guys, don't move in deep. There's no need to move in deep without the vision. Ooh, that is one of the most beautiful gold cards I've ever seen. He should pop ultimate here, going in backline, focusing the Aphelios. Gold card coming through. Anybody want to get a follow-up? Who gets it? Huge shutdown over to Dopa. 700 gold in his pocket. And look, credit where credit's due goes to the Qiyana. I think she's playing the map beautifully towards Dopa this game. I'm going to shove this in, try and get the tower, get the second dragon of the game, I believe. And he doesn't need to be there. If you don't need to be for the dragon, guys, drop into the side lane, grab this XP, man. These XP advantages are going to mean so much in the mid-late game against something like an Akali. You get 2-level lead on Akali, man, you're big chilling. She's pretty much useful. Useful? Useless. Is probably the term I'm looking for. She has a 1-level advantage at the moment. The Lichbane buy is 2350. They'll shove one more, get Lichbane, probably get another control ward, and then drop in. Do you see how he's hovering back? Like, this wave is going to shove into him regardless, correct? Yes or no? Yes, the answer is yes. So you don't need to move in and shove it. He has the Lichbane. He'll do that. He'll go down to the bot lane now, and he'll grab a wave. Now, this is where people like LS like to talk about the freeze. See, if your team has no clear objective to go for and you have the better scaling, essentially you should freeze the lane. You could set up a freeze here instead of hard shoving. Dopa opts for the hard shove because his ultimate's coming back up. He wants to get a little bit of priority in this bot side, get some vision out towards the Akali. But if you're playing a Kassadin, there's no objective being set up. Actually holding a freeze to stall the game out and get deny gold and get extra experience. I do agree with LS, that side lane freeze. It's actually pretty good. It's a very smart strategy to implement as these waves. So he's going to collect the waves. He's not going to meet the Akali When the wave comes into him, he clears it. A lot of people struggle with this. They go, what do I do in a side lane, guys, if I can't 1v1 my opponent? Just wait. The wave's going to come to you. Unless they're smart, they opt in for the side lane freeze that LS recommends. They're going to hard shove the wave like monkeys. Everyone does it, and the wave's going to eventually come back. You can see here, hovering in the side lane, guys, very slow. No, he doesn't really have the proper vision to set this up. He goes, I'm just going to drop a base in here. It's going to shove into me, and he's going to pick up that stopwatch. Thank you very much. Heading topside now because of the Aatrox hitting in the bot side. And this Kiana. This is what we need. We all need one of these Kianas in our life. Double Herald, Dragon setups, great map awareness. Nautilus with the Blind Hawk. Dopa ult in. Gold card, boom, thank you very much. Has the stopwatch available. Looking at zone across on the Elise. The Herald is still being dropped. Should go down. Oh, smite. And he's moving in with the gold card. He has flash. Let's see if he uses it in this fight. It probably wouldn't be that bad to flash for a kill here. Because they have the Herald, they're going to get a lot of value out of a kill. So let's see if he opts for it. Side laning right now, without the ultimate, is probably not your best option. Because it looks like maybe an ARAM skirmish is going to appear. As Draven just ults the wave. Wants nothing to do with it. God, Aphelios is such an unbalanced champion, guys. I don't want to vent too much, but Jesus Christ. Who does this? He's going to move towards the blue. The Draven should get red move in mid lane. And see how that farm? It should go to the Draven here. And you're not sitting mid and just sharing a million farm. The one thing in lower elos, guys, everyone's just sitting mid, A-ramming, sharing farm. Even in NA fucking LCS, everyone's A-ramming, sharing farm. You get so far behind if you don't pick up those side lanes and actually play waves. It's very important. But the most important thing is to know when to play the sides and when to play the ARAM. Because obviously, like right here, Dopa, he knows, hey, I've got a Nautilus, let's start looking for these picks. He doesn't drop into the side lane at the moment. The Aatrox drops into the bot side. And he hovers towards the mid looking for a pick. You can't always be in the side lane. You can't always be in the ARAM. It needs to be a mix. It needs to be a mix. You need to find a balance. And that balance is determined by what the game state is, what type of champions you have. He'll drop into the side now. Take a tower. You can see Akali in the river. He needs to be cautious of this. No wards out. Decides not to go in. He could have actually killed that, but he would have been at greater risk to the Akali coming behind. So that wave will drop the tower now. He has his ultimate, so he can ultimate through. Tower will drop, gets the minions. Akali hasn't got any CS or experience in this last minute or so. So Dopa is sitting. He pops the ultimate for the Akali, goes in real deep, prevents any type of escape. Draven picks up the kill on the Akali, and he's still hunting, still has that vision. Just looking to flank and zone them off, right? There's a mid lane wave there. Let's see. Okay, yep. Gets that mid lane wave now. Drops it in. Did you see how the thing about Twisted Fate, right? Like, ooh, leg it, leg it, leg it. You can be in those side lanes, guys, without TP, but still create a pressure. So he has stopwatch now. I'm assuming, yep, there we go. Stopwatch comes out. Baiting for his team. Flash is out. Gold, ooh. Does the blue card just because he was hoping for an instant gold card. Like a 1 in 3 chance you instant gold card while being time efficient. Sometimes you just have to insta card. They drop their Aphelios, Elise, and the Thresh, and that's going to mean a Baron for this team. 3, 2, and 12. Enemy team FFs, guys. Beautiful game by Dopa. Small mistakes, but also a great macro game to watch. Hopefully you guys have learned something. Leave a like on the video if you have, and I'll catch you all next time. Peace.
Carry.